Marvel Studios revealing that the upcoming Fantastic Four reboot will be set somewhere in the 60s has sent the theory sphere into, well, really into super overdrive at this point. And now, according to a brand new report, the 60s isn't the only twist here, as the other twist is that it's a multiverse film and the Fantastic Four exist in another part of the multiverse. So the original port, as far as I've seen, is coming at us from Scooper and Insider Daniel RPK and other, I guess, friends of his, reporters, scoopers, whatever you want to call them, are all also backing him up and or teasing that there's an element of this that's right. And from what I've seen as the story's developed, apparently the theory and the scoop is the Fantastic Four is set in the 60s, but not in the MCU proper. Instead, they are in another part of the multiverse that span out of the sacred timeline. And the big revelation will be that they end up escaping their multiverse and their universe as it's being destroyed, and they end up in the MCU. And that this directly leads into the whole Avengers 5 and Secret Wars thing. Now, if this sounds familiar, it's because it's literally the how I would reboot the Fantastic Four in the MCU that I made, I don't know, like 5 or 6 months ago or something like that. So if you guys want to watch that, I'll have that pop up as a recommended video. It's like, what, 10 minutes or something? I don't know. But, you know, I get into it and I describe kind of how I want to do it all. And it seems like that's what the reports here are now, or the scoops are now saying, is the general direction. Naturally, if I came up with it as a theory, if the scoops are saying it's this, I'm like, yeah, I'm all up for it because it's exactly what I want. You know, to me, it makes sense. Why have the Fantastic Four never been mentioned in the MCU? No mention of the Baxter Building, of this secret mission that nobody knows about, not even S.H.I.E.L.D., right? Somebody would have documented these missing people along with, you know, secret spaceship and the giant building with a 4 on it or whatever. Yeah, it makes sense that they're not in the MCU. That's kind of why, in my theory, I was like, well, here's why. And then that their universe is being destroyed, possibly by a big threat. Some are even saying, yeah, it's going to be Galactus. That's literally what I covered in my video. So to me, this all makes sense. You add a bunch of threats. One of them sounds like, hey, could be a specific one. Is this Galactus thing? Is that a thing that's only in that universe? Oh, no, wait. It's also going to hit the MCU. Like, there's a whole lot here that I like about it. So if this all turns out to be true, I mean, it's the film I have in my head, so I'm all up for it. How do you guys feel about this and this major twist, if it ends up being true, that it's in fact a 60s multiverse film?